Good morning, my nasties. Welcome to another work day. Today's going to be another studio vlog, obviously, and it is going to be a work day. As I said, I'm fully armed already with my iced tea in my tiki glass. Isn't this cute? Ugh, I love this glass so much. No coffee today. I haven't had coffee in 3 weeks. Can you believe that? 3 weeks. Thank goodness, I don't have an addictive personality, so I don't get addicted to sweets or caffeine or anything like that, so I'm not going through it. I can stop the coffee and be okay. I know. Some people out there are probably wanting to grab me through the screen, like, how dare you, I wish I could do that. I know. I am blessed in that way, but I do have iced tea. So the caffeine is here. Today, busy work day, as always. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in my sketchbook today. I recently posted I'll just flip through it as I'm talking. I recently posted a road so far 6 months into my sketchbook video. If you have not watched it, go take a peek at it so you can get a closer look at the work that I have done in my sketchbook thus far. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it on this page while I'm talking because if you follow me on Instagram or on Patreon or you watch this video, you know that this page was inspired by a monarch butterfly that made its chrysalis in my door frame. You guys, the butterflies are back. I posted on my Instagram stories. Well, by the time you watch this, it will already be gone, but I posted a story. Another one has posted its little fluttery butt, not on my door this time, but on my wall outside of my apartment. So it's a little teeny tiny monarch this time, not the huge boy like the last one. I think this one is a female because the dimorphism is such that the males are larger than the females, but in any case, it's a little teeny tiny. So now I'm going to be in an anxious mess, going outside a few times a day, spritzing it with water because it is hot as hell right now in the desert. It is going to be about 113 today, and I don't want her to die. So I'm doing my part just so that I don't feel guilty later if the dodo brain put her chrysalis somewhere where she's either going to get picked off by a predator or shrivel up and die. She is covered by shade though, so there's that. So today we are going to be spending a lot of time in the sketchbook. We went on a butterfly tangent there, but it's important. Watch the Sketchy Saturday to this video and you'll understand why it's important for me to see these monarch butterflies. I'm not a spiritual woo-woo individual necessarily, and so just go watch that video. You'll understand why it was kind of a, is the universe trying to tell me something here with this butterfly kind of situation? All right, tangent over. Pull it back. Rein it in. Pull it back. Today, lots of work in the sketchbook. I can't show it to you. I'm going to give you one little peek at what I'm going to be doing in my sketchbook. So here's a little sketch that I'm working on just for funsies. We're getting into spooky season now, and I have a full... I'm not going to show you the rest because if I show you what's after this page, it will give away the next project. I am working in my sketchbook today. Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you what it is. It's my next coloring book. You all, as soon as I finished Deco Dolls, something happened. I got one of those weird creative spurts that, see, I'm creative all day long. I'm never at a loss for ideas, right? But these obsessive creative spurts don't happen too often anymore, and it just happened. And within 2 weeks, I had penciled the entirety of my next coloring book. Can you even believe that? 2 weeks. Now I know everybody's saying, but Karla, your wrist, you're going to destroy yourself. I know. That's why after today, I'm going to be working on finalizing those 25 sketches. I'm going to be working on the Patreon coloring page that's coming up for my patrons, and then I'm going to stay off my wrist for the next 2 days. Maybe 3, but I don't know if I can swing 3 days, but 2 days I'm going to be focusing on my other brands, which don't require a lot of this repetitive motion, so my wrist will be fine. We will not have a flare-up. This is why it's such a good thing that I'm running other brands as well, so that I don't continue to screw up my wrist. If you are new here, I have tendonitis in this wrist. I have a tendency to overwork myself, have a flare-up, and then I'm screwed for months on end. So we're not going to do that. So today we're going to work on the sketchbook. I can't show you, but my next book is done. We're going to finalize those sketches. I'm going to work on the Patreon coloring page for the month, or at least one of them, because I have a feeling there might be two. I'm going to be pulling orders and packaging for my other brands. My primary brand, my personal brand, has been really slow in sales this month. And that tells me that people are just either not interested in my originals and prints right now, and I need to focus on other things, or I need to maybe introduce some fresh product into the Etsy store. So we got to think about that. But we're going to be pulling orders and packaging for my other brands, and we're going to go for a walk, of course, and we'll see what else we get up to today. But for now, for sure, I'm going to be spending the next hour or so finalizing sketches in my sketchbook for the next book. After that, Patreon page, order packaging, a walk. Maybe we'll squeeze in some time in painting. I don't know, but let's get on with the day. If you are still wondering when and if the nails will come back, of course they're going to come back, just not right now. Might be another, I think I said a week or two the last time. But I think it's going to be another week or two, so maybe we'll go a whole 2 months without nails. Eek, the terror! I know, but it's all right. We're still sparkly. That's still acceptable. Yeah? Okay, let's get on with the day. Oh, I have an old school box of Ticonderogas. This is what I used to pencil my entire next book. Now, I have to say that I sometimes use the classic yellow pencil. I use them often, actually. I do like mechanical pencils. I have my small army of mechanical pencils right here that I utilize, and I love these. They're aluminum. They're nice. I use those often, but sometimes I'm just in the mood to keep it old school, and I use these. And I have found that on average, to pencil a coloring book, it takes 2 to 3 pencils. I go through 2 or 3 of these. Now, I have to say that I don't use the pencil all the way to the nub. I use it to right about here, to where the Ticonderoga ends, because I find that I can no longer hold the pencil successfully after that point, and by that time I've already used the eraser. So, about 3 pencils per coloring book. A little bit of Karla trivia there. Excuse the beast, I guess it's time to go. I'll see you in the vlog. If you are still wondering when and if the nails will come back, of course they're going to come back, just not right now. Might be another, I think I said a week or two the last time, but I think it's going to be another week or two, so maybe we'll go a whole 2 months without nails. Eek, the terror! I know, but it's all right. We're still sparkly. That's still acceptable. Yeah? Okay, let's get on with the day. Oh, I have an old school box of Ticonderogas. This is what I used to pencil my entire next book. Now, I have to say that I sometimes use the classic yellow pencil. I use them often, actually. I do like mechanical pencils. I have my small army of mechanical pencils right here that I utilize, and I love these. They're aluminum. They're nice. I use those often, but sometimes I'm just in the mood to keep it old school, and I use these. And I have found that on average, to pencil a coloring book, it takes 2 to 3 pencils. I go through 2 or 3 of these. Now, I have to say that I don't use the pencil all the way to the nub. I use it to right about here, to where the Ticonderoga ends, because I find that I can no longer hold the pencil successfully after that point, and by that time I've already used the eraser. So, about 3 pencils per coloring book. A little bit of Karla trivia there. Excuse the beast, I guess it's time to go. I'll see you in the vlog. while toiling away in my sketchbook on my new coloring book, which I say new, but I should say upcoming book, as this book will not be released until, well, I don't have a set date, but it will be a few months. So that little sketchy sketch peek that you got of me working in my sketchbook, that's the new book. It's gonna be a while though. It's gonna be a while. My current book is Deco Dolls, so the new one will be out eventually, but I wanted to take a moment to reflect on some of the Patreon pages. Actually, these are all of the Patreon pages that I have created so far for my patrons this year. Every once in a while I get nostalgic and I like to look back at what I've done, and I just wanted to say, I wanted to squeeze in a little thank you to my lovely patrons. For those of you who are patrons at a certain tier, I create exclusive coloring pages that are downloadable. Now, the key here is that I do not keep the pages up forever. So it keeps them exclusive for patrons who are patrons at any particular time. So you cannot go back and download old pages, etc. But anyway, thank you to my patrons. I love you. I hope you're looking forward to more pages. Spooky season is upon us, which means spooky pages are coming. I'm out here misting my bug, and look, another one. I am melting. I'm not even going to finish putting on the rest of my makeup. I needed some eye makeup and such. Rings, I'll get the rings. But the apartment, or rather the AC in my apartment, stopped functioning about an hour ago. And I'm a little annoyed. I'm gonna try to get it resolved tomorrow. If I can't, there's gonna be issues with my management, landlord, all that kind of thing. I don't wanna deal with it. But today I'm going to head out for the night. I'm going to go grab some dinner just to I need to relax a little bit. It's been a busy day. My apartment is destroyed. I need to clean, but first we're gonna eat. We're gonna go out and eat, relax again, just because apartment maintenance issues. But check out this cute little jacket. This cute little late 80s, early 90s giant brass button monstrosity. I love it. We're giving full on late 80s, early 90s today. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in to say hi. I'm melting, but the witch will be okay. I'm not a witch, I'm a vampire, but you know, witches, water, Wizard of Oz, has it taught you nothing? Well, witches and gremlins. I think I'm more of a gremlin. You don't get gremlins wet. If you don't know, watch it. It's a film from the 80s, right? Late 80s? Anyway, today's been a busy day. Not only have I been destroying the apartment, but I've been working on artwork all day, and there will be more to do tomorrow. Will I do another check-in? I don't know, because I anticipate getting home today a little late, too late to film. So you may see me again, you may not, and if you don't, well, goodbye from my face, but I think there will be more vlog after this. Anyway, let's get on with it. Can we just, I'm eating up this outfit today, guys. It is hot, I'm having apartment issues, but we're not gonna let that get in the way of me enjoying my outfit. So I was going to put on, just because I'm being psychologically manipulated by the situation that is my broken air conditioner, I thought, let's be comfortable today. Let's go with the flat boots, which would look very, very cute with this outfit. Yeah, absolutely, they would look cute. But then I'm thinking, girl, you love the big guns, right? Should we do the big ones or should we go cute? I think we're gonna go cute. I think we're gonna go cute. I don't know. Sometimes you're just in the mood for flats, you know? It is far too early for this nonsense. So I'm in my bathroom. We are going to attempt to re-dye my hair today. I am no longer using a box dye because I've been using a box dye for many years, and that's not good for my hair. And as you can see, my hair is starting to get healthier. I mean, you don't know me in real life, so you don't know what my hair looks like in real life, but trust and believe that the box dye is destroying it. So you can kind of see the purple in my hair, right? I don't think a lot of people know that my hair is actually dyed purple ever since I stopped box dyeing. I've been dyeing all of it purple, but because it's so dark, you can only really tell in real life or in sunlight. Seriously, my neighbors, they are, if you can hear them, they are forever fighting. Always fighting, always fighting. It's like, here's a word of advice. If you are fighting with your insignificant other, we'll call them this often, why the hell are you together? Leave. Oh, it's easier said than done, Karla. No, nothing is worth that. Nothing is worth arguing and the disturbing my hair dyeing, okay? Knock it off, you morons. Progress report on my diamond painting. So here's where we are. This is where I left off last night. So we have boop, boop, and now we're gonna go boop. I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish this, but it's gonna be happening soon because I just have a little teeny tiny bit left on this portion. Then we're gonna scooch on over to this part here. We're not gonna quite make it to her eyes yet, so we're gonna go across, and then the next portion is gonna be fun because then that's gonna be eyes. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, hello, this is not a diamond painting channel, obviously. However, this is a diamond painting featuring my original illustration. If you want this diamond painting, take a look at the link down below or visit my website. I have a direct link there as well. But anyway, she's cute, right? Ooh, my favorite part thus far are the wings. The renderers over at the Diamond Art Club did such a good job with the veins right here. Cute. All right, back to the vlog. On the topic of flip-flaps, I decided to go on a lengthy bat watching expedition for my evening walk on this particular evening. I am going to be heading out of town for a few days, about a week and change, I believe. So typically on nights like this, I take it easy. I don't like to make a mess of my apartment. So I like to take very long walks and just indulge. All of these little specks that you see, these manic little specks, are indeed bats. One of the perks of living in the desert during the summer is that I get to see all of my little fiends. They're so much fun to watch. Sometimes they get a little too close. They almost fly right into me, but you know, echolocation is a dream and it functions, but it still spooks you a little bit because you're thinking, oh my God, are you going to crash? Are you going to give yourself a concussion? But they never do. They're smart. They like to be a little sassy. They like to play games, my little flip-flaps. Enjoy the footage. It's not the best. My phone, you know, awful, but enjoy. Oh, McDonald's. Oh, McDonald's. Is this not the quintessential lazy person on the road tripping breakfast? I know.
Well, first of all, I'm not complaining about McDonald's because I do enjoy their French fries. I am one of those people who does thoroughly enjoy their fries. And here's the thing. Their black coffee is totally acceptable. It's part of being on the road. I typically don't like to eat in the car. I wait until I arrive at my destination, but I have not eaten since about 9 o'clock last night, so it has been hours. I guess it hasn't been that long because it's, 8:30 now? But that's a long time. Your girl eats a lot. I eat a lot. And my dishes were clean this morning. I didn't have anything that I wanted to eat in my refrigerator because I am going out of town. So groceries are running low. McDonald's for me. I love it.
I am back home from my little trip out of town, and I was just in the mood to sit down and chill out with a painting panel that I had hoped I was going to get started prior to my trip, but it simply didn't happen. But that's okay. We are sitting down and working on it today. I know you guys know my voice. I could be incredibly ecstatic, but it will never translate in my voice. My facial expression probably, but not typically my voice. I'm just not a very, it's bizarre of me to say this. I'm not an animated speaker, which is bullshit if you've seen any of my vlogs. But in terms of excitement and elation, it simply does not translate. And so when I'm excited and people see me, they're like, does not compute. Why does she look miserable? Is she being sarcastic? Is she sassing me right now? No, no. I'm excited. And I say that as a little preface to say that I am excited to get back into painting. It has been so long. I mean, this year I started dabbling back into painting all because of my new brand that I am launching this fall, Coco Naughty. Maybe you're wondering, Karla, why are you not going to sell paintings on your Etsy shop? Never say never. It isn't that I never will have new artwork on my Etsy shop. It's just that at this time, because I am transitioning my life into becoming a fully self sufficient, no more freelancing for jerk companies who don't appreciate me. We've talked about this in previous vlogs. I've ranted about this. And so, because of that, I want to try my hand at my own ecosystem. I want to run my own store and I want to give selling artwork on my own platform a shot. So that is why I'm going to be selling paintings, not exclusively, but for the meantime, or in the meantime, exclusively on Coco Naughty, because of course they're going to be on theme with that brand. So it just felt right to create a body of work that I would then release independently through my shop so that I'm not beholden to Etsy. Make sense? So don't worry if you are an avid supporter of Etsy, if you love me over on Etsy, don't worry, I will have originals popping into my Etsy store in the future, but for now I'm trying to hold off on the originals and keep those for Coco Naughty. Now, original paintings and other illustrations and watercolors that I don't deem to be on brand for Coco Naughty, well, of course, baby, those will absolutely go into my Etsy shop immediately. But right now, my brain is focused on my semi-spooky, tropical flavored planet. And so that is what I'm working on here. So follow me over on Instagram, on my personal Instagram, and as well as the Coco Naughty if you are interested in peeking at what is going to be available this fall. Painting. I missed it. I missed you, my baby. I missed you. But we're getting back into it. She's on camera. Hello, hello. I just wanted to jump in to post a rather lengthy outro to this video. I'm back in town. We went on a little jaunt out of town. It wasn't a living my best life, let me go on vacation type of a out of town road trip. I feel as though I need to bludgeon this into the skulls of my audience because I don't want people to get the impression that I'm living this extravagant artist life, going on vacation whenever I want to, living in a luxurious apartment. But you can see my apartment is a teeny tiny 1-bedroom apartment in an ancient building, a very cool looking, charming ancient building, but an old building nonetheless. Nothing top of the line here, nothing modern. It is old. That being said, I live in Palm Springs, one of the most exorbitantly expensive cities in California, despite it being a desert. Hot, hot, hot. And of course, being in California, very expensive. So trust me, I'm not raking in millions, guys. When I go out on a trip, it's 9 times out of 10 not just for a joyride, okay? That being said, I went out and I did do double duty. I used this as an opportunity to source clothing for one of my brands. So I have 3 brands. I have my personal brand, which is the artwork. It's all me, the spooky, the art, the all of that, the coloring books, it's my baby. Then I have Cat Eyes and Cacti, which is my desert brand. I call it my desert brand because eventually, should I ever move to another desert, I'm such a desert girl, you guys. If I move California at some point in the future, I used to tell myself that I wanted to move to Florida first, but I don't know, guys. Arizona's calling to me. Not so much New Mexico, no offense if I have any New Mexicans in the house, but there's a certain pull to the Sonoran Desert. The Mojave Desert I'm in love with, but the Sonoran I should say, has the saguaro cactus, which we don't have here. We have beautiful Joshua Tree just an hour north of where I live, but Joshua Tree is exorbitantly expensive. I can't afford that. And now it is, and there's just not a lot of housing up there. So that's one of the reasons why I ended up in Palm Springs, but still I'm close to the beautiful, majestic Joshua trees, and I am kind of close to Arizona as well, a couple hours away from Arizona. But this desert, the Southern California, Arizona desert, this is kind of where my heart is. No offense again to Las Vegas, but Las Vegas, not so much my favorite either. But if I ever move to Vegas, but maybe, you never know, maybe never say never, Arizona, New Mexico, maybe not, but again, never say never. I want to be able to take Cat Eyes and Cacti with me. Currently, we're in Palm Springs, and it is a Palm Springs-centric desert brand. So that brand is free to come with me wherever I go, assuming it's a desert. Now, I also have Skeleton Closet, which is the side hustle that I started when we broke our wrist. Didn't break it. Tendonitis flare-up, was out of commission for months. Needed to make some extra coins, and I didn't know how, and I thought, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm an artist. I cannot work. I cannot earn money. I'm a graphic designer, but that requires me to use my wrist, and it's not working, so what do I do? So to make a few extra coins that year, I decided to try out clothing resale, and I started the resale brand as just kind of a throw things at the wall to see what sticks. People were giving me clothes, and I was just trying to sell and see if I could even make this work, just to pay a couple of bills every month. Well, it turned out that it worked, but it didn't feel like me. So a few months ago, I decided we're not killing the brand. It's Skeleton Closet, by the way. Some of you may or may not be familiar. But I'm not killing the brand, but what I'm doing now is I've reached the point where I'm ready to transition that brand into being more me. Because I'm very self-centered. I'm a control freak. I love to create my own worlds, and I love to do all of that, my own immersive world, right? I like to put my stamp on everything. And so I'm now in the process of transitioning, I'm in the process of transitioning Skeleton Closet into a curated vintage boutique. So I'm going to sell curated, vintage, as well as new accessories that I find. Anything that I find funky and interesting, tacky, fabulous, you know how I am. It's going to be new accessories and curated vintage. Okay, so that's what I was doing sourcing for. And then in the fall, I have yet another brand that I'm going to be launching. Now, before anyone says, oh my gosh, you're biting off way more than you can chew. No, because think about it. All of my brands are interconnected. I have my art, my illustration brand. I have Cat Eyes and Cacti, which is also illustration, but it's a different facet of my interests. I have the clothing resale, which is going to be all about what I love, vintage fashion and funky accessories, cool. And then my other brand that I'm launching this fall is Coco Naughty, and that is all going to be clothing and art. So do you see how everything is interconnected? So I'm not trying to do several discordant things at once. They all are interconnected in many ways. So it's not going to be a stretch for me to do one and then another one. And not only that, but they all require different amounts of time dedication. One week I may be extremely busy with one and I could reduce the time I spend on the other brands, etc. I can fluctuate the way that I spend my time and I can partition my duties accordingly. So it's not a hassle. And all in all, this helps me to keep this little booger happy so that I can continue illustrating and making coloring books. All of that being said, there's a reason why I'm making you sit through this. You could just as easily have skipped out, but if you're a writer dyer and you're watching this, I went out on my little trip. Okay, I was gone for quite a while, a week and a few days, and I was thinking about everything that I'm doing. My laptop charger died, so I had a lot of time to work on projects on my iPad and also just really think about how important it is for me to keep myself busy and to continue working this hard and to not... Okay, while I was on my trip, I thought, Karla, I'm trying to think about how I'm going to articulate this, because it's what I'm going to say in a moment is going to make sense to you. So while I was on this trip, my mind was going like this, okay, as it always does. And I was thinking about all of my projects, and I started to think, maybe, you know, those tendrils of doubt start to sneak in, and I started thinking, maybe I should look for some help. Maybe I should partner with someone who also is interested in vintage or who is also interested in creating a boutique, and maybe we should combine forces like, what, Voltron. Wasn't Voltron the tigers, the robotic tigers who come together to form a big behemoth of a beast? Power Rangers too, right? In the 90s, any 90s babies out there? And I thought that would be cool, right? Now here's the point of my little story. The butterflies, the chrysalises, the multiple chrysalis, the bugs that were outside, okay? They were, excuse me, I'm getting text messages. They were not ready to emerge by the time I went on my road trip. And out of desperation, I asked one of my neighbors to take care of them for me. And by take care of them, I mean, can you spritz them a couple of times a day to make sure that they have water, because these silly bugs, it was, 110 plus degrees, and they're in a shaded area outside of my apartment, but they are not directly underneath foliage. They are not somewhere where the sprinkler system can sprinkle them, right? They're up high and they're, again, not exposed necessarily. They're shaded, but not the most comfortable spot to build a chrysalis. So they both put it there. They decided that's where they wanted to be, and I told my neighbor, hey, please, I spritz them a few times a day. Can you do it for me? He agreed. He did it for me. But the entire time I was gone, he sent me a couple of updates, which I appreciated, but one of the butterflies did not make it. Now, nature's scary, I know. Not every butterfly is going to make it. And I am not blaming my neighbor, okay? I'm not. One of them didn't make it. The other one did make it, but I didn't see her. He didn't send me any photographs. I don't know if she emerged from her cocoon at a time before he was able to see it and snap a photo, whatever.
But all of this to say that, and again, I'm not blaming my neighbor for nature, okay? I'm not. But deep down, my instincts kept telling me something's gonna go wrong if you're not there to handle things yourself. When I have these stupid butterflies outside, God love them, but they're annoying, I become an anxious mess. I'm out there several times a day, making sure that they're all right, they're spritzed, they're everything, talking to them a little bit, doing all of that. And I just feel as though when I relinquish control of something, it never works. It never works. And if you remember when I talked about the first monarch, the giant one that made his chrysalis on my door, right underneath my door frame. He was huge, a big boy. These two were females because they were itty bitty, but he was a big boy. I took that as a sign from the universe to say, baby, you're going through a very difficult period right now, very difficult transition of being treated like shit at work. You need to quit, you need to do your own thing, and you need to stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. You can do what you're doing. Just do it. Just tunnel vision. Go. Move. Get your behind out of the cocoon. Go. Move, or chrysalis, excuse me. Go. Entomologists out there screaming at me, Karla, butterflies don't make cocoons. That's a moth. I know. Shut up. Do not get your panties in a twist. And so I feel like this may be a little woo-woo, might be a little woo-woo side, but I'm taking this as another sign from the universe. And it's just nature being nature, I know. But in my little romantic brain, I'm seeing it as you're doubting yourself again. You're doubting yourself again that you're doing too much, and maybe you're not good enough. Maybe you're not up to snuff and you can't handle this yourself. Maybe you need some help. Maybe you need some advice, some extra hands, whatever. I ask for help. Things don't work out. So I'm taking this as an opportunity for me to say, even though it may feel like a lot, even though it may feel like I'm overburdening myself, it still feels right. And I know I can handle it. And all of these doubts about you're not good enough, just one of you is not enough, you need people to help you, you need da-da-da-da. My support system is in here and it's out there. Whether you guys are following my channel for my coloring books or whether you're just exclusively on my Instagram for my sporadic posts, whatever it is, that is enough for me. Eventually I will have an audience I'm building up an audience of people who are shopping my resale. That is slowly ticking up. Cat Eyes and Cacti is smooth sailing, slow but steady. And Coco Naughty is going to have its own audience as well. So when I'm feeling as though I'm not enough, when I'm not good enough, I just have to remember that there's an audience out there for me. My job is to do all of the work and to get the good stuff out into the world. That's my job. Everyone else is going to reap the rewards in terms of what I do makes them happy. They're going to purchase my goods, my artwork, my wares, whatever it is that I'm selling, and it's going to be an exchange of positive energy. I put all of this work into it by myself, these long hours, working. Even I'm passionate about it though. I was going to say even though I get tired, which I do get tired, but it's a passionate tired, it's that workaholic, I gotta do it because I love it. I put in all of the work alone. I send it out. I get paid. I pay a few bills. I can make more things. And then I'm making people happy, which also feeds my soul. Creating feeds my soul. It pays my bills. And it also comes right back into making me feel good when I make other people feel good. And it is completely within my capacity to do it by myself. But the help that I'm getting is in the support that I'm receiving. So to put this in incredibly corny terms, you guys know that cheesy song by Bette Midler, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings, and the butterflies. The butterflies came into it, right? The wings beneath my flutterbutt wings, or the wind beneath my flutterbutt wings. What did I say? The wings beneath, whatever. You understand what I'm saying. You guys keep me going in whatever capacity you support me. YouTube, Instagram, Patreon. That's the help I need. So thank you for sitting through this video. I just wanted to sit down and make this big, long, dramatic exit to say thank you so much for being here again in whatever capacity, whether you're subscribed here, whether you're on my Instagram, whether you follow all of my brands or one of them. You're here and I appreciate you. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I hope that you enjoyed this little sit down chat. Maybe this was a little inspirational for you if you're feeling alone and overwhelmed, but you still want to follow your passions. Baby, do it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be expensive. Where there is a will, there's a way. We're just full of corniness today. Thank you for watching. Take a look down below. Everything you need to know will be down below. Links to my website, my socials, all that good stuff. Take a look down below. Be bad, be good. I do not give a damn which. Just make sure you come back in one piece. See you in the next one, weirdos.